A day in the life here at the Ecology School starts with students waking up to some anticipation, usually just really excited to be here. And they go through the motions of eating breakfast and doing the things that they would do at home, but they get to do it with their friends. And then they spend the morning outside playing and learning and running around and engaging with all of the beauty that we have here on our 313-acre campus. And it really becomes a part of who they are.
The first thing I saw when I stepped off the bus was how beautiful it looked. It looks different than where I live, so it's nice to be in a new place.
They get to do a ton of exploration outside. They're exploring with their peers, and they're also exploring with their ecology educator, who is a new adult in their life, who's leading them on these explorations.
What do we think the weather is? What do we think the percent of water we have in the areas?
We're gonna get a chance to go to a few different spots around campus. We're gonna check out what's there, what isn't there. My question for you guys is, if you were to build a house anywhere on our property, anywhere in the places that we've been, where would it be and why? Living on the edge is one of the lessons where we really get to cover a lot of ground on campus, and we also get to involve a few more scientific tools. This time they're taking a few more specific measurements. So we're looking at the diversity of our areas using our quadrat, or taking different counts of the species. We're looking at the nutrient densities. We're looking at human disturbance. And they end up with some of this data on the page, and then we get to have a conversation about, we just took all this data, we have all these numbers, what does this mean? So if I go out in my forest, we have high productivity one day, and then I check in a couple months later and it's low. What's happening? Five, four, 2. The first table to go into lunch today. Look at me the table. That gives me the best silent impression of a hawk circling the sky.
We have 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Our meals tend to be much closer to an hour than your typical 20-minute middle school lunch. We do a lot in our meals, a lot of community building. Students are in charge of setting up and cleaning up, so really both learning together and getting to nourish our bodies. This afternoon's lesson was the Eco Inquiry, and that lesson is one we do with our 5-day programs, where students get to think about all the different things they've learned over the week and something they want to take some more time to learn about. And so they come up with a question and some opportunities to research that question, all within the bounds of 2 hours. And then this evening they'll have a chance to present that information to their peers.
I got somebody behind this tree right here. Is that Cameron with red shorts and a black t-shirt? Our group decided to take a riff on one of the games that we've played a lot this week. So Fox is a game in which the kids are playing essentially a game of hide and seek in the woods. And they're asking questions about, where is it going to be easier or harder to play these games? We get to play it out in the woods like we normally do, play it out in the field, play it indoors. Our hypothesis was partially correct and incorrect. Kids were so sure it was going to be extremely difficult to play Fox in the field. And then we get out there, we get a chance to play, and the kids are seeing that things are a little bit different than what they expected. They're able to hide in the ditches, behind our solar panels, kind of in different areas. So it's really cool to watch them kind of not get everything 100% correct and then come back and grapple with that. Why were we wrong? What went differently? Is it okay that we're wrong? And kind of what can we learn from that, and how can we walk forward from there?
having the living and learning happen in the same place, similar to what happens in a college, allows you more access to find yourself. It allows you more access to engage with the material and to feel like you have a sense of place for the entirety of the time that you're there.
When we get back from the ecology school, I noticed that the 6th graders have a different type of connection with each other. And there was some connections that didn't happen at home that I have seen connect here. So I think their friendships are stronger. I also think their connection with me and the other chaperones is stronger. They're sharing things with us that I don't think they planned on sharing or doing or experiencing, and I think that makes our connection stronger too.
When I get home, I'm going to say to my parents, it was really fun, and I wish the days didn't go by so fast, and I wish we could stay here a little bit longer.
One of the most important things that we do here at the Ecology School is we give an opportunity for connection. And that's in part connection to the world around us, in part connection to the people around us, in part the connection to the food around us. But that opportunity to connect in new and different ways is a big part of, I think, what's most important about what we do.
That is really a day in the life. It's enthusiasm, it's energy. A day in the life of a student here is just filled with wonder.